Hey everybody, and welcome to Passing Time with Will and Dan, the show where we do stuff and we talk and stuff.
Maybe I should have done the intro.
We talked about whether or not Will wanted to do the intro, and he was like, no. But yeah, I'm one of your hosts, Dan Santambrini.
I'm the other one of your hosts, William Sal.
Yeah, and it's currently the day that we're recording this. This is Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I know whenever you listen to this, it'll seem like a distant memory, but hope you spend the day.
Yes, 3 days from now. Oh yes.
God, man, three days can be a long ways away. People be like, oh yeah, that thing. Anyway, hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. We didn't even talk about it last week, which we could have.
Yeah.
But we did.
I wasn't even thinking about Valentine's Day last week.
Dude, I kind of... Okay, this may be really sad. I don't know. But yesterday was kind of my Valentine's Day to myself. I bought myself some Sour Patch Kids and some one of those... they've already started selling Easter candy. And so I got one of those Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Oh, dude, I've been eating those for like 2 months.
Dude, they're incredible. They're one of my favorite things.
Those went out right after Christmas. I've been eating those eggs for
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just figured they just started making them in March and just no?
Like November.
I was like, oh crap. And so like I got some of those. Okay, this might be fuck, I don't care. I ended up getting a pack just because they don't sell them individually of bath bombs.
I bought bath bombs a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. What was that? Was that the first time you ever?
No.
Oh. Okay, good. I'm glad we can. You're not just gonna make fun of me during this.
I went and bought the expensive ones too. The ones from Ulta that are like $10 each.
Oh, really? Wow.
They're like softball size.
Oh shit! Yeah. Mine. I was just like in Walmart. It's where I got all the other stuff, and I ended up getting like it's like this 5-pack, but they're like probably like a fourth the size of that. Yeah. And it didn't really. I thought it was gonna like. I was afraid it was gonna like envelop the house with the smell, but like I could barely smell it like after. You know. But anyway, so that was my Valentine's Day to myself. We're actually today is actually Lindsay, who's my friend and landlord. It's her dog's Leia's first birthday, so we're actually like doing like a whole movie night. We baked a cake, and it's kind of our single. It's a little sad, but I mean,
we're having a birthday for a dog because nobody loves us.
You know, like on dating profiles where they're always like, God, I hate the term dog. Oh, what is it? It's like dog mom. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Anyway, nothing else to add to that. But hope you all had a great Valentine's Day, and yeah, I don't know. What has been the worst Valentine's Day?
I mean,
not in history, but I mean,
well, the year was 1482, and everybody died of the plague. So
1482.
I don't know.
Okay.
My worst Valentine. I mean, they're all pretty like bland because I've like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I've had to work at like.
Yeah, I just.
Jesus Chicken Place a couple times. I don't know. I've actually never been in a relationship.
Me either.
During.
Yeah.
Like
I always break them off the day before.
Just to
no chocolate for you.
You're not worth $5
I'm not
chocolate.
Gonna get you a Whitman's chocolate sampler. You don't deserve it.
Okay, so there was a tweet that you tweeted earlier. Were you just like at Walmart or something?
Yeah, I was at Walmart. Yeah, somebody had yeah, I was walking down. I needed laundry detergent, so I went down that aisle, and they also have like cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
And on the shelf where the bleach is, there was a box of chocolates. So I was like, somebody made a decision here. Should I get her chocolates or should I get her bleach? House is always fucking dirty.
I just wish I could have like witnessed that whole thing. Yeah, so we got some questions here. Thank you to Stephen for submitting this one. Stephen V. Is Stephen V the one that we said was a platinum or a bronze? Bronze member? Yeah. Okay. He's working up his way to silver here.
Thanks.
Did you have an incident at your high school that everyone talked about or was known for? For example, when I was in high school, a kid snuck out one of the cats we were dissecting in anatomy and placed on another dude's car. Or my school made the news because 2 football players blatantly tackled a referee. Thanks, Steven. You know, I wasn't very popular in high school, but I was a member on the TV production team. And so we actually, me and my buddy Brandon, we were nicknamed Brand Man and Dan Man, or Dan Man and Brand Man. We were actually the host for sports, which was funny because I mean, like, he was part of the track and field,
Yeah.
kind of, I think, but he also wasn't really sports.
Yeah.
Like when you would see this guy, you wouldn't think, oh, he does sports. You know, he's a jock or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he loved like Nirvana and like he dressed like he loved Nirvana.
Yeah.
Anyway, so me and him, we were actually would announce the sports, and we would purposely we would actually ask people around in our class or on our team or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you pronounce this name? Okay, and then we would basically do whatever the opposite would be. And people thought it was funny, and people didn't, you know, whatever. You know, I mean, I assume the people that we were actually reading the names of didn't like that, but you know, who cares? And there was actually a time where it was like maybe like twice that we that I actually got to like direct the news one time, and so I had somebody. There was this kid. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. I mean, I wouldn't say it here, but he had this huge head, and he would, honest to God, start like it wasn't like how you, I don't know, how like sometimes you might like nod your head as you're talking or whatever. He would like unintentionally like start as he was reading the news, like start like his head would start leaning forward. And he would almost have to kind of like
straps on it.
Yeah, almost like you're like falling asleep, and you like wake up and like you're jolt, but like not that intense. And so there's a position called CG, which was like character generator, and like they would put like title on the screen or whatever. And we actually had a little number in the corner that I had set up where every time that he would nod his head, the number would keep increasing. And
that's funny.
Yeah, my teacher wasn't really too happy about that, but
what is that counter for? Oh, you know,
it's the minutes we have left. But it's going
it's going up though.
But yeah, so that's I mean granted, to be fair, like I was not a you know, not a lawbreaker, but like I don't know, like a misfit. I wasn't, you know, and especially in a school with like, I think we had like 3,000 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was actually overfilled. Like we actually had to build portables. But yeah, so like, but like people, I guess, recognized me, but like they didn't, you know. Yeah, I guess that's probably the most I was recognized for. Did you? Because you went to a small school like Stephen. Did you end up going to the same school as Stephen?
No. I went to the regular public schools down here.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have that many kids, but we had like 1,200 kids.
Oh, wow. Okay. What was it? Was it North Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach High School.
Oh, okay. Did you do anything crazy or?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. it's just one of those things where like I didn't like getting in trouble.
Wait.
Oh, there was a time. Oh no, this may be a felony. There was a time.
We killed that girl.
God, no. There was a. It's not confessing. If it's a joke, this could. I'll just claim that this was all a joke. There was a time where we. I think I was a sophomore, and at that time my mom was picking me up from school because I didn't have my license yet, and so I would drive home in the whatever. And so there was one day where we all just kind of messing around, and where the pickup area was, there was a fire. What's it called? Like a fire alarm.
Yeah.
Fire. What would you call that? It's like a
fire alarm.
Fire alarm. Little.
The switch where you pull it.
Yeah. Okay, and so, the way this is set up is that there's this thing. There's the fire. Like there's the mechanism. It's red. It's got like the lever, and you don't ever want to pull that. But there is a plastic thing around it, and it looked like. Like I was just like looking at it. We were kind of hanging around it, and I was kind of like, it looks like this plastic thing is like being screwed into the wall. Like it was screwed into the wall. It looked like, and I was like, how would you ever be able to pull the fire alarm if, this plastic thing is like covered over it? I was like, that's dumb. And so like I barely like, there was like a little pull thingy on it, and it was like, and I was like obviously this is, whatever. And so I started to pull on it, and the whole thing actually fell off with like barely any force with like the pulling thing. And turns out you don't need to pull a fire alarm if you pull this thing off, and just the fire alarm goes off. And everybody, I was like, oh shit. And like I was trying to like stick the thing back on the thing, and so like it wouldn't do anything, and so I just put it on the ground, and then I like everybody was like, oh shit, like Dan, you're gonna get in so much trouble. And like I was like, oh my god. And so like I just actually started walking away from the whole thing, and thank God, but there was like a long line of cars, and so there was I actually saw that my mom was like in the line, and so like I ended up just like getting in the she was like, oh hey, and I was like, hey, just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I was just like, I thought I'd save us some time, and so she was like, oh, that's real smart. Okay, and then we ended up. She was able to do like a 180. There was like it was like a 2-lane road or whatever, and so she ended up just doing a whole 180, and like never got caught. I was so afraid the next day that I was gonna be like called in because maybe like the security camera got me or like whatever. Never got caught. And I think I actually told my mom that like years later, like when I was in college, and I was just like, yeah, remember that day where it was a little weird that like I came up to the car. She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I pulled a foot, and she was like, oh, that's bad. I was like, yeah.
And now you're an accomplice.
Yeah, now you're an accomplice, and now everyone here is an accomplice. So thanks for, you're all part of it. So thank you, Steven, for sending that in. Okay, I think with this one we're gonna actually make him a silver.
Ooh.
Because we're gonna answer another one by Stephen V. Thank you, Stephen. Welcome to the silver level. I don't know what perks you get, but
good job.
You just good job. What's the worst experience you ever had in customer service? You could have been on either side of the transaction. God, I don't know. There was a time I went into a Zaxby's, and thank God it wasn't a local one, because then I could never show my face inside the restaurant anymore. I was like on my way to Jacksonville, stopped at some random. No, wait, it's the one. It's the one right next to 95. So if you like head east from here, there's one like right off of 95, and whichever one that one is, the girl started laughing at me once I walked in. And not like I seriously like I walked in and she kind of like I could see that she was kind of like chuckling to herself.
Hey.
And I was like, okay, this is weird. I had like a Vans t-shirt on, like it's not like I had like a weird outfit or a stupid hat or like I don't know, whatever. And so like I walked up, ordered my huge, you know me, the big Zack snack meal.
Yep.
If I'm feeling whatever, but if I'm super hungry, chicken finger plate, yo, can't go wrong. Anyway, so I ordered my thing, and then she's like, hey, has anybody ever told you look like a cartoon character? I was like, no. And she's like, oh, who do you remind me of? Oh, there's this, I don't know, she might have said weird looking guy, but like she was just, I mean, she might as well have just said that to me. And she was like, oh, I can't remember his name, but I don't know. You just remind me so much like him. I can't place it. And I was just like, fuck you. I mean, I obviously didn't say that, but I was just like, okay, well, thank you. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, just like, gee, thanks. Like if she was like, oh, you remind me of, have you seen the movie Hercules? I don't know. You look like that weird goat guy. I don't know. But like, it was just like one of those, like, one of those things where you're just like, well,
what?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's, God. And like I still yet to, because I go there a lot whenever on my way down back to see my parents in
I gotta
Florida.
know what cartoon I look like.
I was like, is it Family Guy? Like, does she just think of like a guy with glasses, like a white guy? Oh, and she, I mean, not that this matters or whatever. She happened to be black, so like I don't know.
But people
what
think all
that,
white people look like cartoon characters. That old stereotype.
Like I just don't know. I don't know who she's talking about. But if you do think you know what she's talking about, please email us at passingtimecast@gmail.com.
If you work at Zaxby's.
If you work at Zaxby's and you, the one off 95, near Florence, kind of, go... say hello. But yeah, God, that was just like one of those things where I was just like, oh, thank you. I mean, have you had any like terrible customer service?
Not like as just like a patron, but like as someone working.
Oh God, yeah.
Like in a grocery store, yeah, I've had all kinds of asshole customers.
What, I mean, what is the worst customer you ever had? Like, that's not.
I mean, I've had a lady tell me I ruined her Thanksgiving because we didn't have frozen yam patties. I was like, okay, thanks.
Like, that's in your control, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's... I mean, it's obviously not, right? I mean,
no. But because we didn't
like
have
ham patties?
Yam.
Oh,
like
yam
sweet potato patties.
That's...
Yeah, for some reason we carry them in the meat department, and
Why?
we didn't have any, and it ruined her Thanksgiving.
Was that like our favorite thing?
I guess so. I was like, your Thanksgiving was going to suck anyway. If that was the highlight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There have been times where like I've had to clean poop in the Chicken Jesus place playground, which was fun.
Yeah.
There was a time a guy, I was working a headset on drive-thru, which I didn't enjoy doing, just because of situations like this, where the guy was like, all right, I want a kid's 6 nugget meal, but can you cut up the chicken nuggets? And I know, I know he was basically like, I know it's not a big deal. You can do it. I've asked people to do it before. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
Cut
it.
my nuggets up.
I was just like, you can just do that yourself. I mean, I obviously didn't say that, but like to have that kind
It'll
of
be
like,
our pleasure to cut your nuggets.
just like that kind of
Just do it. I know it's not a problem.
to have like
Cut
that
my nuggets.
to have that like attitude right up.
I
the gate.
ordered 6. If there's not 12 pieces, at least.
Can you cut it up into 18 pieces? No, it was just like one of those things where I was just like, okay, buddy,
You got it.
you got it off with the wrong tone, buddy, but sure. If you want to, I can't kind of emphasize this enough, but send us questions, please. That would be great.
Yep.
You can do that with hashtag passingtimecast or passingtimecast@gmail.com. Either one works. And submit reviews on iTunes. That really helps. Not yesterday. Last week, I talked about how we were on Stitcher, and then found out the next day that we weren't. From what I had heard is that like, oh, if you're on iTunes, then you're automatically on Stitcher, and I was like, okay, great. Looked us up. Definitely we're not, but we're like that. Like that next day, I ended up applying, and okay, I gotta say this, Will, because I hadn't told you yet. Whenever I was like applying for the thing, it was like, what category? And it was like comedy, and then it was like it had subcategories that you had to apply for, and they were like political, movie reviews, pop culture. I don't know what it was like. I don't know. There were a couple of ones that like definitely didn't apply. And then I saw one that was this is our category on Stitcher, is unrestrained comedy talk.
Unrestrained comedy talk.
Like it's almost like a computer came up with that category. You know, I don't know. It's unrestrained comedy talk. So that's our
comedy
category.
won't be restrained.
So yeah, so we applied, and we actually are on Stitcher now. So if you prefer that, you can listen to us there. But yeah, we're always on Spotify. We got merch, in case you hadn't heard. Spreadshirt.com/ I believe it's users or user / passing timecast. Yep. Or if you're listening to this on YouTube, there's a little tab on our channel that you can just go to. If you liked our theme song, that was "I've Been Seeing Things" by They Might Be Giants off of the album My Murdered Remains. Go check it out. And I think that's it, right?
Yep. Bye, Brenda.
Bye, Brenda.